Hi guys, welcome back. Got another tutorial for you, Smoky Glittery Eye. My lips, I'm using apple cider and cappuccino, and to start I have a glossy lip. First I'm going to put a little bit of translucent powder underneath my eye because we are going to be using glitter and there will be some fallout. So I've already have my foundation done. I don't want to ruin that, so this will just kind of ensure any fallout doesn't make my face a mess. So I'm starting with a medium tone brown through my crease. This is from my Too Faced chocolate bar palette, which, as you guys know, I love. And this is just going to go through the crease, and I'm just going to blend that out. Now I am going to lay down a little bit of color on my lid. This is to ensure that no skin pokes through. Since we are doing a smoky eye, you really want to avoid seeing any of your skin poking through. A smoky eye is going to be nice and dark and rich, and having a little bit of messy liner blended out over the lid is going to help ensure that our color is nice and opaque. Now I'm using my Purple x9 by MAC palette, and here I'm trying to figure out which lid color to use. I'm going in with that middle shade that has a little bit of shimmer, and I'm using a flat brush, and I'm just going to pack that all over my lid, just pressing that in, and I'm going to stop at about the crease. I don't want to go any higher than that, and I'm just going to blend that into my socket, but not going up any higher. We're going to use other colors to blend that out later. So it's a little bit messy, but that's okay, because we're going to blend that color out with something else. So just ensuring no skin is poking through and it's nice and rich and opaque. Now I'm going in with a more of a matte purple into the crease, just to blend out those edges of the purple that I just put down, because I want to ensure that since I am doing a smoky eye, everything is nice and blended out, and just like smoke doesn't have any edges. So now I'm going in with a little bit of a darker purple just on the outer third of my eye, and I'm using a smaller, fluffier brush that just will kind of sit in the socket of my eye, and I'm going back and forth, blending out that darker color in the outer third of my eye. So we've got a shiny shimmery purple on the lid and a nice matte dark color on the outer corner, and that's a brush by Real Techniques that I love. Now I'm going in with a little bit of a matte light purple just to kind of blend out those edges. You always want to go back. I prefer matte colors to blend out the edges of my shadows. I think it looks a little smoother. I'm going to go in with some liner, black liner in my waterline. This is a liner by Jordana that I love. It's like $1.99. And now I'm going in with that purple that I used on my lid underneath my eye, just to kind of smoke out that bottom lash line a little bit. Now I'm going with that brown and blending out that edge. And you can see I'm kind of going around my eye with that soft brown just to make sure it's nice and rounded out. And now some glitter. I'm using some glitter adhesive all over my lid to make sure that none of that glitter drops down into my eye. I think this one is by LA Splash. I'm not sure if they make it anymore. Now I'm going to pack that translucent pink glitter by MAC, my favorite part. I'm going to press that onto the inner part of my lid, leaving that outer corner a little bit dark and the inner corner sparkly with that transparent pink MAC glitter. Packing a little bit more on. Who doesn't love glitter? I love glitter. Now I'm taking a little bit more of that base, that glitter adhesive on the inner corner, because I want my inner eye highlight to pop. So I'm packing a little bit of that MAC transparent pink on the inner corners of my eye to really make that highlight pop. Now I'm taking a big 187 powder brush by MAC, and I'm just dusting off that powder underneath my eye and any fallout that got on my face. Okay, now I'm using a light shimmery pink color to highlight my brow bone. And as you'll see, I'm going to go into a little bit later and highlight the rest of my face with that light shimmery pink. So now I'm using a black gel liner. You can see I went over my waterline because I wanted it to be darker. And now I'm creating a nice wing. I wanted to slow this down for you guys a little bit, or spend a little bit more time showing you how I do my wing. So I do it kind of slow and gradual. I kind of pull it out and then turn my brush around and bring the line back in. So I'm going to drag my line out and then bring it in, and then just kind of extending that point And I like to connect the bottom liner with the top liner, so it kind of rounds out my eye. I'm just making sure my eyes are even as possible. And just kind of extending, you can see the tails, so they look nice and sharp. I decided to go back and add a little bit more color in my brows. And now I'm using Fix Plus to kind of set everything in. I'm going in with a little bit of mascara because I'm going to be adding false lashes. And you always want to add mascara before you do your false lashes. So that way you don't get mascara all over your lashes. It'll extend the life of your lashes. And you know my snazzy technique for opening my lash glue. I'm using some tweezers to apply my lashes. You can see I got a little extra glue there, but that's okay. I can just kind of press and pick up the excess glue. If you don't feel comfortable using tweezers, MAC makes a really nice rounded lash applicator. You know, there's always the risk that you could poke your eye with regular tweezers, but I've been doing this a long time, so I feel comfortable using regular tweezers. But a lot of companies make lash applicators that have a nice rounded tip. So you can see now I'm going back in with that pink color that has a little bit of shimmer that was in my palette that I used under my brow bone just to highlight my nose and the tops of my cheeks. And then I decided to go over with a powder shadow in my eyes from my Too Faced palette just to kind of darken up my brows. I felt like they were looking a little bit light, and for this look I wanted them to be just a little bit bolder. So I'm using an angled Real Techniques brush just to kind of brush some color through. Okay, now I'm going to give you a matte gloss option. This is the Lip Sense matte gloss that I love. For those girls who love a matte lip, I know I like to have options. I keep both the matte gloss and the glossy gloss in my lips. You see no color transfer. There's the final look. And I'll insert a picture with the glossy lip too, so you can have some options. But that lip is perfect with that glittery eye. It's a combination of apple cider and cappuccino lip scents. And then you have your matte gloss option, as well as your glossy gloss option. And that lip will last all night long. I hope you enjoy. And if you have any questions, you can always contact me, and have a great night.